Mr. Mercabrata. I'm in a disguise. I don't want Mrs. Mercabrata to know I'm out here. She's cooking her meatloaf. Oh, so I thought I'd come out and read you guys a story, because, well, it's Thursday. And Mr. Mercabrata's back with another story. By guess who? Adam Rubin! Ah, you knew. This is another book about those darn squirrels and the cat next door. Let's get into it. Old man Fuquire lived on the edge of the forest just outside of town. He was a terrible grump. And in the wintertime, he was even grumpier than usual. Whenever it snowed, he would shut his eyes tight and think of summer. He missed sunshine, suntan lotion, and weenie roasts. But most of all, he missed the birds who flew south when it got cold. During the long, lonely winter months, the only critters left in Fuquire's backyard were squirrels. Not now. Not many people know. But squirrels are the champions of the forest. They are craftier than beavers, smarter than foxes, and swifter than rabbits. They are full of mischief. I'm full of mischief sometimes. When it got too cold outside, the squirrels would drop in through Fuquire's mail slot and visit him at home. They'd warm themselves by the fire and finish the old man's crossword puzzles. When Fuquire woke up, he'd chase them out with a broom. Then, he'd shake his old man fist and yell, "Those darn squirrels!" Old man Fuquire thought spring would never come, but eventually the forest bloomed and the birds returned from their winter vacation. Whirly birds chomped on the tumbleberries, bonga birds snacked on honey snaps, and the flugel bird ate all the flarfel seeds, until he got so full he had to lie down. Fuquire danced through the yard with delight. He set up his easel and brushes. Then he painted the birds till they got blisters on his fingers. Tired and happy, the old man went inside for a quiet afternoon sack. Suddenly, kaboom! Old man Fuquire spilled cottage cheese all over his suspenders. Kablam! The flugelbird fell out of his nest. Kabooey! The squirrels had to restart their annual chess tournament. The noise was coming from the house across the stream. It was the sound of a small woman unloading enormous crates and moving in. Fuquire's new neighbor was a little old lady the town baker. The only thing sweeter than the pie who baked was the little old lady herself. Everyone in town loved her, but no one could stand her cat Muffins. He was a real piece of work. Who didn't see things that way? She thought Muffins was a cuddly honey bunny. But after the infamous poodle incident, she decided to move to the forest so that her cat could make new friends. That doesn't look good for the poodle. After unpacking her crates, little old lady baked a tumbleberry pie. Then she and Muffins went to say hello to their new neighbors. Fuquire despised conversation, so he hid behind the drapes. The squirrels were scared of the cat, so they hid inside the drain pipes. The birds weren't sure why everyone was hiding, but they stuffed themselves down the chimney just to be safe. Look at Fuquire. Look at the birds in the chimney, it's so funny. Eventually, got tired of waiting for Fuquire to answer the door. She walked around the front, pushed the pie through the mail slot, and went home. Normally, Old Man Fuquire hated pie, but this one smelled delicious. He took a deep whiff and closed his eyes. When he opened them, the squirrels were licking the plate clean. "Those darn squirrels!" shouted Fuquire. Full and happy, the squirrels stumbled from the house, where Muffins ambushed them. That dastardly cat grabbed one squirrel and gave him a wet willy. He snatched another one and gave her a noogie. Then he tied two squirrels' tails together. Lucky little old lady Who returned before Muffins could do more. She scooped him up and scratched him under his chin. "Come now, Schnookums," she cooed. "It's time for dinner. You can play with your new friends another day." The next morning, Muffins burst into the yard, terrifying the birds and interrupting Old Man Fuquire's painting. Then, the sneaky cat pounced on an unsuspecting group of squirrels and gave them all wedgies. Not an easy thing to do because generally, squirrels do not wear underpants. The squirrels were furious. The birds flew up to the treetops and refused to come down, and Old Man Fuquire was upset. He wrote a letter to the mayor to complain about his new neighbors. That night, the squirrels held a meeting to figure out what to do about the cat next door. They ate cheese puffs and drank ginger ale to help them think. Finally, they had the perfect plan. I love when a plan comes together. When Muffins came over the next day, the birds were feeding peacefully beneath the tree. A wicked smile came over the cat's fluffy face. He wrinkled his haunches and launched himself through the air. The frightened bird swooped into the sky, yanking the strings the squirrels had tied to their tail feathers. The strings sprang the trap, and the cat was doused with a gallon of freezing cold water. Muffins let out a furious yowl. Is that a good yowl? I don't know. You should try yowling yourselves. Old Man Fuquire ran outside when he heard the terrible noise. "Great googly moogly!" he exclaimed. "The pathetic wretch is no bigger than a squirrel." It was true. Underneath all his fluff and fuzz, Muffins was nothing but a skinamalink. He lowered his head in embarrassment and sloshed his way home as fast as he could. The squirrels' plan had worked perfectly. They gave each other high fives. The Baba birds snickered, the Yabba birds chuckled, and the Flugel bird enjoyed a hearty gahaffa. Fuquire snapped his suspenders with delight. "Those darn squirrels," he said delightedly. Old Man Fuquire never warmed up to his new neighbors. He was a grump after all. But little old lady Who became quite good chums with the birds and squirrels. Each Saturday when the bakery closed, she brought all the unsold cakes and pies and cookies home. She set them out on her picnic table, and everyone gathered for a delicious, fun-filled feast. Well, everyone except the cat next door, who refused to leave the house ever again. Those darn squirrels are up to no good, but they ended up saving the day. Well, I hope you boys and girls enjoyed the story today. Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah. Oh. The meatloaf's ready. Maybe I could just hide in this tree a little longer and she won't know it's me. Just put this on and head right here. I'll see you guys next week. Don't tell Mrs. Mercabrata, please. Shh. Oh. Hey, I found a bird's egg. That belongs to a Flugel bird. Yup. That's a Flugel bird. Ah! Oh!